Hey everybody, we're back, and this is the old flat hillbilly in the round that I was talking about. Off camera, I went out and I did some more drawing. I kind of rounded him, and I did a little bit of work with gouge to kind of round his body a little bit more. I didn't get in here, but I'm going to do this later. But what I'd like to do is get in these legs right in here and get these arms in today. But let me set this here. And I do have a pattern for the carving. That's the front of the pattern. It's 9 inches tall, 4.5 inches wide, and 1 inch thick. Now that's the front pattern right there. And let me set this down, and this is the back side of the pattern right there. But you can do whatever you want to on your pattern. It's just the shape that you really want. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to go in here right now, and we're going to kind of set these arms in, and this where these legs are. So I'm going to grab like a 10 millimeter V, and I'm going to come in about right here, and I'm going to start separating this right in here with a V. And what I like to do when I'm doing this, I take away more from the torso. Let me kind of set it right here. And rather than the arm, you get them arms too thin and they don't look correct. All right, there's that. Now let's go in and do this arm here. And I'm leaning my V this way and using more the chisel side. Yeah, let's take this up there like that. And right in here, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting in where this hand is. Like that right there. Now let's do it on the back side. See, I've got the pattern drawn on in the back. Come in right here and once again, you want to take away more from the torso rather than the arm itself. All right, let's start right here. And we'll deepen these. I'll deepen these things with a knife and shave back against it. All right, we got that end where I want it. Now, I'm going to bring the hairline down just a bit. To where the back of that hair will be. Like that right there. That's looking good. Now I want to come in here and I'm going to start separating these legs, because I'm going to make this some daylight showing through there. Just in this part right here where I had it shaded. Now, you can, I'll put that down. I've got a big V over here. Let me see here where it's at, which helps. No, I don't know where that one is. I've got it somewhere else in my box probably. But you want to separate this first like this, and then we're going to start cutting out in there. We're going to cut that out, start cutting that out with a gouge. But let's turn it around and start doing this right here. like that right there. Now, we're going to put this number 10 millimeter V up, and I'm going to grab me this is a number 7 gouge. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start rounding these legs. Actually, what I want to do is kind of create some daylight in here. I'm going to do this side like this. Let's come in here and like that right there. What I want to do is really get in there and get me a hole in there, and that way I can start, then I can take a knife and put the angle in the way I want it to look. Let's see, well, let me get this cut in like that right there. Now let's turn it around and come in from this side. Now you could take you a little drill bit and come in here and put you a little hole in there and then cut. But I prefer just doing it with carving tools. And this little number 7 seems to work just fine for me. But when we get this in, this will add a whole lot to this carving, simply because we're getting some daylight in between the legs. And it take you a little while, because you're going through, this is like a 1-inch thick piece of wood. And I suppose you wouldn't have to go all the way through. You could just, but I want that daylight to show through. And I've got my daylight through there. Now when you get in here, you got to be careful. You don't want to get your hand on this side. You want to keep your hand away from that. And we got some daylight showing through there now. I clean it out as good as I can with a gouge. This number 7 seems to work pretty good. All right, now I'm going to set that down back up here, and I'm going to take me a knife blade, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to start getting me some angle in here. Or where that bend in the leg will be. And just got to put your little notch in there. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna put. Let me get this little blade right here. All right. While we're at it, we can start tapering this leg a little bit. Let's come in this side and where that angle is. Let's see, I need this little blade right here. Well, we're about to get there. But that's what I'm looking at right now. But once again, I want to get down to where my lines are, pretty much. That. And we'll come in this way a little bit. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let me go back in here now and take this V right in here and come in and work right across this area right in here. Like that right there. We got the daylight through there. That's looking pretty good. Now let me set this here, and I want to get. This is a number 3 gouge. I'm going to start coming in here and I'm going to kind of round this a little bit. And we can kind of shape this up and right in here. Let's see here, let's come up. And start bringing these legs together right in here. And we're also kind of rounding the back of the foot as we go. And I want to get some deep cuts in here with some shadow marks here in a little while. When you start rounding it this way, you can start shaping that leg just a little bit more. Let's do it over here. Like that. Now, let's turn it around and go this way. Actually, I'm going to put this down and I'm going to get me this. This is a number 5 gouge. It's got a little bit better, bigger bite on it. That number 3 was kind of dragging. This has got a bite where I can get in there and make these facets. Like that. Let's go into this. Okay, now I'm going to get some of this over here, and let's work this up against this arm right in here. Kind of make that arm stand out somewhat. Like that. Right there. Let's take that B again and start rounding this arm a little bit. Yeah, he's coming right along now. Since we're using them tools, I'm going to set them right there. Now let's go in and let's taper this area right in here just a little bit more. Like that. Come in here, do it on this side. Now we want to come in right here. Make us a good stop cut there, and one right here. And really get some depth in this foot area. Now, I'll get this video done, and I'm leaving out Friday morning, and I'm headed down to Port Orange in Florida, and I'm doing a seminar down there. So I'll be gone for a week, and then when I get back, we'll get this another video done on this guy here. I want to kind of show you everything. I'll go off camera and do a little bit. All right, we got that in. Let's start right in here. This right in here needs to be rounded a little bit more. Like that. We want to put these facets in this carving in here. It makes the carving look good, I think. And it's making that arm stand out. You can also come in right in here, and let's get some depth in here on this arm right in here. I got to sharpen my tools before I go down to get them good and sharp. Let's see here. Let me cut back against that. And on a piece like this, you have to turn around and the grain starts changing. But see how I bringing that in like that. And we want to think round on it a little bit more. And this is a kind of a tough piece of wood. I've had easier pieces of wood to work with. Okay, now what I did here, I'm going to do over here. I'm going to come in right here and start to round this arm in toward the torso. like that, and then back against the arm. And let's come in here while we're up in this area and kind of take away from underneath this hair area. That thing wants to split out on you. How much time we got there, Peyton?
Got about 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay, well, let's see here. Let me take this knife blade. I want to put some depth in here. Or shadow is what I want. I got to do it on this side here. I'm gonna do this with a knife. Speed me up here. And see, I didn't even use the gouge on that. I just use the old knife. I'm gonna do it over here on this side, but you want to get some good shadow marks in there. We may go over just a little bit, Peyton. All right.
Yep.
I like to get some good old depth right in here to where these are going to be standing out. Now, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to take a number 9 gouge, and I want to get this in right in here. I'm going to cut below here and right up in here. I'm going to develop where that old nose will be. Now let me put this down and get another little number, smaller number 9. And that was a 10 millimeter number 9. And this is just a little bit smaller. And I'll come in here and gouge just where this nose will be. And work this. I'm making that little nose stand out in there. And I go in and I use a little number 9 gouge to get us going. I got that in. Now let's put this down, and I do want to cut back against this and kind of clean this up in here. Put my nose right here and take my gouge marks out. And turn it around this way. And tuck that forehead up underneath that cap. Then let's, while we're in there, let's take this number 5 gouge and come in here and kind of shake this back in here to clean that area up in there. And this is going to have, it's kind of a flat nose, but not too bad. But I got with the nose like that, where you can see it. Now, I'll bring the wing of the nose down like this, and these cheek area will come in, and I want to tuck this up there across there like that. Like that right in there. And I'm going to put my eye line right across here. I'll probably shorten this nose a little bit to give me more eye line, but the mustache will be still in this same spot. It'll come up like this. Similar to that right in there, like that. One more thing, let's get these pant legs in. And I go in there here with a V, and I'm gonna cut these in for you. And I think we're about run out of time, aren't we, Pete?
Yep.
Okay. And getting that hole through there took us a lot of time. Like that. And we'll get these in. Now, I do want to mention, we're going to stop right there. Off camera, I'm going to go in. I'm going to clean up this, refine it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and kind of work this nose in, kind of round it more, and get where my eye line will be. I may have to lower these cheeks just a little bit more, but I'm going to have the, well, I may do this on the next video, but I'm going to go in and get some more depth here, and right in here, right back here, and let's see, we'll come across here where his bottom will be, and right up here. And then we'll go ahead and put in his overalls on that. But I'm going to tuck these shoes up under his pant leg, and we're going to put some cuffs on him. But guys, with that, I hope you're enjoying this old hip flat hillbilly, and we're going to get him finished. And once again, I'm going to be out of town this week. So we'll get back on this guy when we can. So happy carving to everyone, and we'll see you later. Bye.